All right, guys, pay attention. It's been a couple of weeks at this point, since we've covered Tesla stock, and I figured let's break down the charts as I'm noticing signs of a breakout. We have to go over what I'm seeing on the charts, where we could be going, and we'll go over the indexes, some other stocks later in the video. So guys, smash that like button. Feel free to subscribe. Join the email newsletter, guys. It's free, link down below. And check out my Patreon if you want to keep up with my portfolio updates. Link down below as well. And now let's dive into it. So look, Tesla is up 2% right now. I think earlier at the peak it was up about 4 or 5% earlier in the day, midday. Currently it's about 3:30 p.m., halfway through power hour, close to the the end of the day, guys. And Tesla, it's been quite the roller coaster ride today. It opened up at 335, dumped to 328, then it saw a $15 move, guys, per share, 4.5% to 343, and now it's been on a bit of a pull down, but ultimately you guys see what's going on here. We're holding support at the opening price currently as I'm making this video, but I want to really focus on what's going on in the in the bigger picture right now. So I'm sure you guys have realized, obviously we all know the EV sales are struggling in Europe, China, North America with competition, blah blah blah. We all know that. No need to dive too deep into that, but I'm noticing, let me know if I'm wrong in the comments, guys, but it seems like Elon's slowly, he's not ever going to be out of the media, but it seems like the negative press around Elon has slowed down. I mean, it's always going to be there, but it's slowed down a little bit for now. He's not with Doge. He's kind of not involved with Trump anymore, right? He's distanced himself a lot of bit. There's some beef there, whatever's going on. But the point is, Tesla as a company, it's not under the same heat as it was 5-6 months ago or however long ago that was, a while ago. But it's kind of, things have cooled off a little bit, and we're noticing the stock has almost found a new bottom, if you will, or a new base. It's kind of relaxed. It's been flat for a while. We can see it hit 208 when things were really bad. We went from 500 pretty much all the way down to the low 200s, 210, 15, 20. That's where things were at peak bad. You know what I mean? That's when it was the worst. And since then, we've gotten news here, in this time period right here, we've gotten news that Elon's not involved with Doge anymore, distancing from Trump, is going to focus more on Tesla, which is exactly what people have wanted. You know what I mean? Exactly what investors have wanted. And since then, despite the fact that EV sales are struggling, we all know the core business is under pressure right now, the stock has still crept up, and it's kind of found a new base here at about 320, 330, 340, that range. We actually got up to 365 back in the end of May. So at this point, guys, if we zoom in a little bit, I'm personally noticing two things here. Number one, an ascending triangle. Do you guys see this right here? That's number one. This is very bullish. We're making higher lows. We have been since April, we're making these higher lows into the resistance at about 355, 360, which again, we had a one-off pop to 368, 365 in the end of May. But ultimately what we're doing is making these higher lows into the resistance, being 355, 360. So if Tesla is able to get out, which is not, it's not there yet, but if it's able to break out above 360 to 365, I think we're going to take off like no other. And you guys know how this stock can move. It moves, and it hasn't really moved in, like months, 5 months. I mean, yeah, we've had little rallies here and there, but it hasn't really had an explosive move in a little bit here. And I think if we get, I don't know how explosive the move is necessarily going to be if we don't get a catalyst, a good catalyst at that. But if we do get a big catalyst, guys, I don't know. I feel like we could get a breakout here, but we have to be patient. And another thing I'm noticing, I said I'm noticing one of two things. We have that ascending triangle, but you could also be like, oh, it's a wedge, right? So it depends on, I guess it depends on how you draw it out. Either way, it comes down to us breaking 350 to 360. I guess in the very short term, more like 350. If we're able to get out of the highs from, it looks like here, the end of August, which we hit about 353. If we're able to get out of there, guys, that's where we could start to get the breakout. And then if that triangle plays out, oof, man, it's going to start going. So I think Tesla, call me crazy, I think we could go higher here, even though the EV business is struggling. And we all know what Elon does, guys. He's a master at this. He's a great salesman, one of the best in the world. He's already saying Optimus Prime. I mean, he's been saying this, right? He's saying that the robots, Optimus, right? These are going to be, I think he said he said Tesla's going to be worth like $25 trillion one day because of these robots. And he hasn't sold a single robot. But, you know, if he keeps pitching this dream, which we all know he's going to do it, he executes, which he's executing behind the scenes. But once we see these come to market, some, sales, once we get there, even before that, man, it's going to pump the stock price up. Let's keep it real. That's what's going to happen. He's always great at pitching the next thing, focusing on the future, the grand vision, and that's why people are in the stock, and I mean, not just because of Optimus, but, what's it called? Robo-taxi, self-driving, all this stuff, you know what I mean? And once that comes to fruition, yeah, I think the stock's going to start going. So, and I don't think that's going to happen next week in terms of us getting the robots and, self-driving coming to fruition. But long term, when that happens, it's going to be good for the stock. But even in the short term here, before that happens, as you guys know, stocks are forward-looking vehicles. They price in the future. We're going to get a rally. I think we're going to get a rally even before we get the robots, but that's just my opinion. What do you guys think? And I'll leave it at that pretty much. For Tesla, my alert's set at 360. Where did I put it at? 360, 365. I'll do another one at $355 a share. Might as well do that. Mark is at or above. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Tesla's up 2%. Pretty good day in the midst of a red day for the Dow, the Russell, the NASDAQ and the S&P are up. So it's a bit of a mixed day. But I would say it's an overall good day. And it's getting close to a breakout here, at least in my opinion, for Tesla. So let me know your thoughts, guys, in the comments. Hit the like button. Feel free to subscribe for more content. Join the free email stock newsletter. That's linked down below if you guys want me to send you my top stocks right to your email. And guys, if you want to be a part of the portfolio updates, the Discord chat, see what I'm doing real time every week with my own money, real money, guys. We're investing thousands of dollars a month. Check out the Patreon. You get to see all the stocks I'm buying, moves I'm making, options, rebalancing, portfolio, performance, returns. You see everything linked down below if you guys want. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you in the next video.